You're listening to the Higher Attitudes Podcast. Inspiration to lift your soul.
This is an altar call for Santa Claus. Okay, not really, but hang in there with me, and I'll explain what I mean. I know that the season has passed for all things Santa. He's been packed away with the tinsel and ornaments to wait in a tub for next year. But this is not really about Santa. Our family enjoys watching Christmas movies during the holiday season, and one night we watched a Christian movie and afterwards a Santa movie. The acting and storyline of the Christian movie scored a solid C grade. The actors could have been from a local parish reading their trite lines, and the blatant altar call to come to Jesus Christ was very cliched. And Scrooge's character had a change of heart and believed. We rolled our eyes and kind of joked about the weak script. The Santa movie, on the other hand, featured a few well-known actors and humorous situations. The sets and videography clearly received a higher budget. But the plot seemed to mirror the Christian film. Instead of calling people to believe in Jesus Christ, however, the movie worked to convince people to believe in Santa Claus. And it used lines like seeing is not believing. Believing is seeing. Children believe without seeing. Wait a minute. The cheesy plot we joked about is now dressed up in a prettier package and convincing us to believe. So why do we roll our eyes at the altar call to Christ, but do not blink at the same tools used to convince us to believe in the persona created by man to replicate the Savior? Countless stories add layers to the legend. The European Father Christmas, giving gifts to poor children, became a man with extra pounds, a white beard, and flying reindeer, and many new elements were added to explain or enhance the unexplainable. The Burgermeister bans toys, so Santa has to fill stockings and come down the chimney. Fireplaces morph out of thin air. Santa becomes jelly to fit through roof vents. A bag fills itself with exactly the right Christmas gift. Children now go to Santa's throne or send letters stating their wishes, believing their wishes will be granted. Every Santa movie ends with the disbelievers, through a series of miraculous events, believing he is the real deal. When my children were young, we taught that Santa was more of a symbol of love and kindness, and we encouraged giving through Secret Santa activities. But we also filled stockings from Santa and left cookies for him, which we dutifully ate to keep the story alive. The children knew that we were Santa, because I didn't like the idea of creating a lie that I would later have to undo. But we continued the traditions because the children enjoyed the fun and excitement associated with Santa. Some say Santa's a replacement for Jesus Christ, and others say he's a symbol of him to help us love Jesus Christ more fully. I'm not going to argue either way. My point is more about how we respond to the call to come to Christ. We have heard the script so often that children of all ages can recite the Sunday school answers. But do we really respond to the call? What is your relationship with the Savior? Do you or I trust him to be there to answer our prayers? Do we believe with all our heart in the light and love he offers us? My hope is that we have the same excitement and enthusiasm when discussing Jesus Christ and all he offers, as children do about Santa and the gifts he brings. Jesus asks us to come to him, and in Matthew he says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls." Does that give you comfort? I hope it gives you the kind of comfort it gives me. I know that every one of us has some kind of heavy burden that we carry, some kind of emotional pain or sorrow or struggle, but he has promised us rest. He says, "Take my yoke upon you." He says, "Learn of me, and you shall find rest unto your souls." Isn't that what we all desire? Is that peace, that rest, that lift of the heavy burden? So in this coming year, let's look to him, come to him, respond to his call.
Thank you for listening. We'd love to have you join us on Facebook at facebook.com/higher-attitudes. Do you have an uplifting thought to share? Why not join our Facebook discussion group? Visit the group at facebook.com/groups/higher-attitudes to request membership. If you'd like to leave a question about a challenge you're facing, or if you'd like to share a thought about how you've overcome negativity, call 719-301-0303 and record your question or comment. Please note that carrier rates may apply. Again, call 719-301-0303 to leave a question or comment. We hope you've enjoyed the show, and we look forward to you joining us for the next episode of the Higher Attitudes podcast. Please remember that the advice offered in this show is intended for informational purposes only. Please read our full disclaimer in the show notes.